What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. So we have a new update going live this week on Friday, the mid-season update, and alongside that there are new patch notes, new hero balance changes, and this is what we know about it so far. So Rivals, I guess Rival Leaks, he got this article, it was in Chinese, he went ahead and translated it, and here's what it said. The second phase of Season 1 is arriving soon, and the final battle between heroes and the Undead Legion is about to begin. At this exciting moment, we have decided to make some improvements to certain heroes' abilities. Additionally, starting from Season 2, we will not only adjust hero stats, but also make overall adjustments to teamwork capabilities. Below are the details of the current balance adjustment. So starting off with the tanks, Venom, increase the battlefield threat upon entry, reduce energy costs for the ultimate. Frenzied Arrival now knocks enemies inward instead of vertically with a 75-degree inward knockback angle. Then they have Devouring Feast, which is the ultimate. Energy cost reduced from 2,800 to 2,500, so it is a slight buff. The next tank that we have is Captain America. Increased survivability during prolonged battles, improved the usability of Vibranium Energy Shield, and reduced the ultimate energy cost. So now able to use Absolute Will for defense while jumping. Vibranium Energy Shield, projectile speed increased from 60 meters per second to 80. Bounce speed increased from 100 milliseconds to 150 milliseconds. Call of Freedom ultimate energy cost reduced from 3,100 to 2,800, meaning that he'll get his ult more often. And then they said the light shield strike and melee attacks are now separate. So melee attacks in the shield flight or combo mode will activate the first two strikes of light shield strike. And then Divine Descent will no longer trigger when performing melee attacks while you are airborne. The next tank that got an update is Thor. Improved usability of Rune Awakening, remove the global cooldown after Rune Awakening ends. And then Gru, increase combat range threat. Thorn Wall, maximum placement distance increased from 15 meters to 18 meters. So these two didn't really get much of a change. For Magneto, slightly reduced survivability, slight increase offensive capability. Magnetic orb damage increased from 35 to 40. Electromagnetic curtain now consumes 65 energy per second, up from 50, and max duration reduced from 2 seconds to 1.5 seconds. As for Doctor Strange, slightly reduced survivability, base health has been reduced from 650 to 600, and then that's all they did to him. Now for the Duelist, the first one is Iron Fist. They improved sustained combat capability, added new functionality to Zigzag Punch, and provided more battlefield choices. So the Jeet Kune Do attack damage adjusted, hits 1, 2, and 5 reduced from 32 damage to 30, hits 3 and 4 have been reduced from 16 damage to 15, and then hits 6 reduced from 55 to 50. Zigzag Punch damage reduced from 19 to 10 per hit, but now deals 1.7% of the enemy's max HP as damage per hit. As for the Heart Meditation, which is the healing that he does, a bonus HP increase from 50 to 150, but now decays at 25 HP per second after 1 second. As for his block and counter ability, max converted HP increased from 150 to 200. And then the last change he got was his base health has been increased from 250 to 300. For Mr. Fantastic, improved harassment potential and increased ultimate skill threat. So Stretch and Slam ground effect radius increased from 2.5 meters to 5 meters. Now also knocks enemies outward. Stretch and Slam cooldown increased from 8 seconds to 10 seconds. Mind Crush ultimate base damage increased from 50 to 70. The Mind Crush energy cost increased from 2,800 to 3,400. And then the Mind Crush now has damage fall off, reducing damage from 3 meters outward with a maximum reduction at 10 meters. The next Duelist that we have is Iron Man. Increased damage output by Beam Ray in both normal and overdrive states. Beam Ray damage increased from 120 per second to 140. And then the Beam Ray armor overdrive damage increased from 180 to 190. It looks like Iron Man got a pretty big buff. And then Hawkeye, increased survivability and close range threat, enhanced ultimate skill impact. So what they did is they increased the base health from 250 to 275. The explosive arrow projectile damage reduced from 20 to 15, but its field damage increased from 25 to 32. Crescent Slash cooldown reduced from 15 seconds to 12 seconds. And then Falcon Vision, his ultimate now charges bow faster with charge speed multiplier increased from 1.2 to 1.35. Now as for Storm, reduced the long range threat, decreased self buff from aura while increasing team buff. So Windblade damage fall off at 30 meters improved from 70 to 60%. Thunderstorm self-damage buff reduced from 16 to 12%, while the ally buff was increased from 8 to 10%, and then they enhanced Thunderstorm self-damage buff reduced from 30 to 25%. So basically, they gave her an even bigger support role than she already had previously. Now for Star-Lord, increased the max movement distance for Rocket Boost, enhancing mobility. Rocket Boost max energy increased from 1200 all the way up to 1800. For Scarlet Witch, increased survivability when using ultimate. So the Reality Erasure ultimate grants 100 bonus HP upon activation. I think it comes in the form of shield, which decays at 50 per second after the ultimate ends. So similar to how Storm's ult works. And then Spider-Man, slightly reduced cooldown for web shot, decreasing attack downtime. The web shot charge time reduced from 3 seconds to 2.5 seconds. And then as for Moon Knight, increased enemy reaction time to Khonshu's fist, optimize its damage logic. So Khonshu's fist descent speed has been reduced. Adjusted Khonshu's fist damage, each hit now deals 150 instead of 75, while removing the previous central area effect. And then the next DPS we have is for Black Widow, improved combat potential and post-ultimate threat. Red Room rifle mag size increased from 8 to 15. Energy Vortex ultimate slow effect reduced from 80% to 55, but now inflicts a 4-second debuff, causing 15% increase damage taken. And the updates they did to magic is the Eldritch Whirl normal damage decreased from 45 to 40. Demon's Rage normal damage decreased from 80 per second to 72 per second. And then her ultimate cost reduced from 3,700 to 3,400. And then the last DPS that we have is Hela, improved suppression capability against mid to long range enemies. Soul Piercer damage fall off at 30 meters increased from 70 to 80%. Now the next category are the healers. So we have Adam Warlock, increased damage and slight healing buff during Soul Synergy. Quantum magic damage increased from 55 to 60. Damage fall off at 40 meters improved from 50% to 60%. And then Soul Synergy healing increased from 10 per second to 15 per second. As for Cloak and Dagger, increased survival during ultimate, reduced ultimate frequency and duration. So Light and Shadow ultimate energy cost went from 3,400 all the way to 4,000. Light and Shadow duration reduced from 10 seconds to 8 seconds with shorter pause time between phases. Now only applies one healing instance per phase instead of stacking. Camera control unlocked during Light and Shadow. Cloak of Fear vulnerability effect increased from 20% to 28%. And then for Invisible Woman, reduced ultimate frequency. The Phantom Presence ultimate energy cost has gone from 4,000 to 4,300. As for Mantis, her ultimate bonus HP reduced from 100 to 75. For Loki, the ultimate cost increased from 3,400 to 4,000. Ammo increased from 10 to 12. And then for Luna Snow, the ultimate cost has gone from 4,000 to 4,500. The last changes that we have are the team ups. So the first one is Gamma. This is the Hulk, Strange, and Iron Man combo. So it says Unibeam damage reduced from 220 seconds down to a blank number, so it doesn't really tell them exactly which one. Hulk HP gain from being an anchor reduced from 150 to 100. And then the other one, Psionic Disc Rewind, which is basically magic giving the ability to Psylocke and Black Panther. Teleport time reduced from 5 seconds to 3 seconds. Bonus HP conversion increased from 0.5 to 0.8. And then the next team up, which is Full Moon, that's Cloak and Dagger and Moon Knight, makes him go invisible. Apparently it can now heal you 25 per second healing effect, and he thinks so, he's not 100% certain. Then we have Symbiote Bond, which is Venom, Penny, and Spider-Man, and it says skill time reduced from 4 seconds to 1 second. 50% damage reduction is removed. Complete invincibility has been added. Frozen Chi, this is Iron Fist and Luna Snow, healing increase from 50 to 75. Enemy slow effect increase from 20 to 30%. Now the last thing I want to mention is that he says the list is incomplete, so there's more than likely other additional changes that are made that I guess have not been revealed yet. So once we get the official dev blog, we'll know exactly what happens. But this is basically the majority of all of the changes that are going to happen, and it seems like it's pretty accurate as to other news articles and outlets have been posting the same exact patch notes. But thank you guys for watching. If you found the video informative, don't forget to hit that like and sub button. I'll see you guys again. Peace.